Aloha guys, I want to introduce you to another one of my favorite shark teachers, Kalihi. Kalihi means the edge, and we named her that because she really does like to take some interactions right to the edge. It's kind of fitting and perfect because she's more on the curiosity level than the caution level. So generally, a lot of sharks are going to be more cautious than curious, but part of it is due to her life stage. So I think I've probably known her since she was a wee little pup, a little juvenile shark, probably around the ages of maybe 3 years old. And I've watched her grow, and her maturity rate has been interesting to observe because she's not very sensitive to energy expenditure. So if you watch my video on tiger shark Queen Nikki, Ali'i Nicole, you'll see that even from a young age, she had a curiosity level, but she would come generally with her mouth closed and be inspecting more in a very cognitive, thoughtful way. Versus Kalihi really sort of tries to use power and force to sort of plow through things. So she's figuring things out, and this is very normal for subadults. In subadult life cycles, you'll see sometimes a split. Sometimes they had something maybe traumatic that happened to them when they were juveniles. And so when they enter the subadult phase, that's going to affect how they interact with their environment and with others. Kalihi, on average, doesn't seem to get along with others, but although she's trying to push her social hierarchy, she is figuring out her way. It's just maybe taking her a little bit longer, but it's been so interesting and so fascinating to interact with her. And I am very grateful for her lessons because it has reaffirmed to me to never become complacent and treat every interaction as if this is the first time that you're interacting with a shark. So never assume anything in animal behavior. And I'm just now recently seeing her after her mating cycle. So it's probably her first, or now this would be maybe her second year mating. You can see the shreds on the dorsal, additional bites and scars like that, that she is finally starting to sort of calm down and mellow out. But again, it's really, really wise to never assume anything in animal behavior. Treat every interaction as if it's the first time that you're interacting and just see what they bring. And that's what I did with her, is that I would just greet her at the level that she would bring it. And then I would get to see her reaction. So her reactions have been really diverse and fascinating to watch. I'm excited when I get to see her around. So her behavior, her social hierarchy interactions with others has been really interesting to watch. And I'm really fascinated to see what's going to happen as she matures even further. So she sort of put on weight. She grew a bit in size. Definitely, it's kind of like the 21-year-old that just learned to drink and they're so excited they can go and do this thing. But I'm really curious to see what's going to happen in the long run. Well, in general, if you look at Kalihi, you'll probably see that there's more scars. So the scars are going to come because she's less cautious. I feel like I've got a lot of scars from having an adventurous lifestyle, from traveling the world and surfing and diving and exploring. And so I think that I can take this lesson from her too, on to retain that curiosity level and keep exploring, but just understand that if you don't go at things with, the full uh, long thought process, that maybe you're going to get more scars. So her, I love and adore interacting with her. I'm really so excited to see what happens as she maybe becomes more energy conscious. There is another shark that we call baby Kalihi, who's in a life cycle stage just a little bit younger than her and has very similar markings, similar facial features, similar cropped caudal tail. And she's a little pushy, not as much as Kalihi, but it's kind of cute because now when I'll refer to a specific shark that might be a little pushier, might be giving a little bit of diversity in their interactions, or powering in at things, I'll be like, oh, that one's like Kalihi. Versus Nikki, from the time that she was young, although she's extremely powerful, would generally approach things with a closed mouth and more of you could just tell that she's really, really thinking about things and trying to get more information rather than just powering through. So I appreciate the diversity that I'm seeing between the sharks. It's really cool to see her growing. If you guys want to learn more, check out my other videos and definitely check out Juan Shark's YouTube. It's JUANSHARKS. And he's got different videos and super fascinating too. Thank you guys. Aloha.